one-day purification program. For those of you that don't know me, I recognize a lot of faces, but there's some guests. My name is Dr. Ali Tootoonchi. I'm a chiropractor and a certified clinical nutritionist. I've been practicing for the last 15 years, and we've been in this beautiful building for almost 2 years, not 2 years yet, it'll be 2 years in April. So today we're going to be talking about 3 weeks of purification and the reasons why we need to purify, and then we're going to go through the program and describe it. 1 hour is honestly not enough time to crunch in a lot of good information, but I'll try my best. I actually pre-drew some of my artwork. It looks ugly right now, but when I explain it, you'll understand. Some of you are already familiar with this because on my nutrition sessions I've gone over this. This is important to understand. This is what needs to be talked about at every doctor's visit. If all of you, your family members, and know about the facts of true digestion and how we can properly handle our blood sugar, we will never get sick. We will never get sick. This is important. So I'll explain that in a little bit. So why purification? There is over 80,000 chemicals registered in the U.S. that are in our food sources, water sources. These chemicals affect many different systems. Those of you who are my nutrition patients, you know that I do that Zyto hand reading, and in that we see different systems, and those systems are predominantly gastrointestinal or digestive, immune system, reproductive, and basically hormonal system. Endocrine means hormones. So basically all of these systems could be affected by poor quality nutrients we've been putting in our body, right? So even if one system is affected, then it can spill over to the other systems if you don't get to it quickly and properly. Yeah. Toxins affect your health. Some people, we get a lot of people coming in, complaining of fatigue, difficulty sleeping, digestion, gastrointestinal problems, food cravings, weight gain, reduced mental clarity, low libido, lack of sexual desire and function. Basically, we live in a society where there's a lot of pollutants. Some of them we have control over, like food. We can choose good food. Some of them we don't have control over. What we are being sprayed from the gods of above, we don't have control over. Maybe someday we will, I don't know. But pollution in the air and things as such. So there's a lot of different types of toxins. Air and water pollutants, cigarette smoke, personal care products, heavy metals, household cleaning products, pesticides, herbicides, pharmaceuticals, preservatives and additives, trans fats, and the list goes on.
And chemtrails.
Yeah, we're not going to get into that. So how do internal organs assist purification? So major organs that are involved in purification are liver and kidneys, small intestine and large intestine. This is a great picture that demonstrates, so there's a lot of diets per se, or programs that promise the world out there. Not that they're all bad, but a lot of them don't properly take the body through both phases of liver detoxification. Yeah, that is very important. Liver, while brain and heart, very important organs, I think liver probably even more important. Without a proper functioning liver, life is very hard. Okay, so while in many societies we symbolize heart as love, in Persia we use liver as heart. Say jigara to bera, right? So because it's so important. See, ancient cultures knew something. So basically, oxidation, reduction, hydrolysis, sulfation, glucuronidation, glutathione, amino acids, which are protein, methylation. So it's involved in sugar handling and function. It's involved in breaking down our amino acids, proteins. It's involved in metabolism of fats. it's involved. Therefore, it's involved in production of cholesterol, which we're going to go over in a moment. Cholesterol is gold. We need it, right? So then these are a lot of antioxidants are needed to support the liver, to support glutathione, something simple you can do every day. Drink mineral water. Okay, Pellegrino has high concentration of sulfite, and that naturally increases glutathione production in the body, which is an antioxidant and filters the body. And I don't promote that brand specifically, but what I'm saying is carbonated mineral waters in general, coming from earth, not processed, per year or any other type, do that. Okay. Not the soda water from the fountain you order at the bar. That's processed. The natural, right? So that naturally increases glucose. Something you can do naturally. We can do so many different things on our daily basis. We need to drink water. Why not drink better quality, right? Now some people say, oh, I have acid reflux and I can't. Well, that's a problem. We need to fix that. That's a pH imbalance. And some of you have been my patient for a while. You did have that and no longer have it. Because why? Because we fixed your pH balance in the gut, which we're going to go over in a moment. So diet contributors, MSG, monosodium glutamate, which nowadays is in almost everything, even in baby food, which is really sad. Why? Because it's a taste enhancer. Don't I want to get, if I'm not a food producer, don't I want to get that baby hooked on for life? I don't want to get into conspiracy of things, but reality is, why would you want to put it in there if you know it's harmful, and many studies show that it's harmful? This is the only way I can explain it, right? With a sound mind. So MSG, high fructose corn syrup, that's the cheapest way of making sugar. That now is in almost everything. The other thing is trans fats. So fats are important for our livelihood. Our brain is about 40% fat. If we don't eat good fats every day, we're not going to function. We're compromised. How many cases of depression and anxiety we have in our society today? In the Bay Area, over 60% are on anti-anxiety or anti-depression medication today. Okay? So why? We need more fats. And we've been told low fat, no fat all our life, And so, we need good fats. And then sugars. Every time you have sugar, your immune system shuts down by about 50%. Did we all, or as a society, get sick in the last few weeks during the holidays till now? Yeah. Why? Holiday food is full of sugar. Flu season. Think about it. So sugar shuts down the immune system. All right. So these are some stats. The U.S. allows more than 3,000 chemicals. This is actually from 1996. It's a lot more. I should update these. You can go to National Institute of Health and update those numbers. But 3,000 chemicals in our foods. These are allowed by FDA. Average American consumes about 75 pounds of sugar annually. This is sorry I'm in front of this, but overweight trends among the U.S. adults. In 1990, so the purple shows 10 to 14% states. In 2000, the yellow is over 20%. The red is 25% to 29% or more, and 30% or more is the black. That was 2009. So this is a huge problem. It's an epidemic. Not enough is being done about it. That's why we're here, to help ourselves, our family, and our community. Yeah. So you guys all were given a toxicity questionnaires. We want to do this now before you start on Monday, and we're going to do another one after you're done, and we're going to compare. This takes us through different systems of the body, the exposures we might have in our household that we're really not paying attention to. So that's a good way to find out where we are. So the things that we're looking to be achieved. So you guys were given a little piece of paper where you're going to put your own goals. Top 3 goals you have for these 3 weeks. This is important. Okay? You're taking on a challenge to help yourselves be healthier, be more human. Set some goals. If you don't have one, set it. When you have goals, during the day 9 or 10 where you might have some sugar cravings, you can refer back to those goals. It helps. But if you're like, oh, I'm just gonna do it, see what happens. Like anything else in life, right? So write them down, please, and keep it. Put it on the refrigerator. It's very important. There's a reason why we did that. So we want to address the toxicity, toxins in our body, maintain healthier weight, live healthier lifestyle, have more energy, improve digestion. 9 out of 10 patients that come to my office for nutrition, even without testing them, I can automatically tell there's a digestive issue. And it's the foundation of everything. It's the foundation of brain function. Okay? Brain gut, right? It is the foundation of our immune system. Okay? Integral part of immune system is our digestion. So let's take care of it. So there was a study where 28 chiropractic patients strengthened the, basically they restricted their calorie intake and they showed significant amount of improvement in an array of functions in their life. Again, if I want to break it down, it's going to take some time. I just want to bring it to your attention. Some of you already know it. You already know the great results that is brought to you. So the products in the 21-day purification program are, okay, so there is different combination. I order most of you SP Complete Dairy Free. The reason dairy free is because a lot of us, by dairy we mostly mean cow's milk. Things that are derived from cow's milk. Because of the mismanagement of the cow's milk production in our society, a lot of people have developed sensitivity, which leads to inflammatory response, inflammation. And inflammation is the root cause of all disease in the human body. Therefore, dairy-free, it's better than having dairy. Why? Because some of us have sensitivities, we don't recognize them. Oh, I gotta put that creamer in my coffee every day. I don't know, it's an example. So that's why. So dairy-free, and then whole food fiber. This is the most complete fiber in whole food format that is gonna help you not only absorb nutrients better, but eliminate properly. And then we have SP Green Food and SP Cleans. SP Cleans is basically, remember that liver picture? It's gonna help you go through the cycles of liver detox. And then SP Green Food is a complex of a lot of highly concentrated whole food greens. Okay? Why do we need so much greens? It's because of the vitamins. It's because of the minerals. It's because, for example, I'll give you an example of a scenario. Women get rid of their estrogen through the bowel for the most part. A lot of women suffer from constipation, especially in their in their 30s and 40s and beyond. It's because the digestion is not up to par. As the body is trying to eliminate estrogen, it gets backed up. Do you follow? A lot of vegetation helps this process to naturally eliminate. So that's why, another reason why it's important. So SP Cleanse combines 20 unique whole food and botanical ingredients, supports healthy kidney, liver, gallbladder function, encourages healthy digestive function, supports the normal elimination of toxins, and promotes elimination. For the sake of time, I'm not going to go over the ingredients of it. If you guys have it in your little booklets, you can read on it. There's a lot more information online, and if you have specific questions, please let me know. These are all whole food nutrients. We had basically opportunity to visit the farms of Standard Process earlier last year, 2017, in Wisconsin. Palmyra, Wisconsin. Amazing place to visit. If you guys ever go to that part of the country, definitely go visit Standard Process farms and plant. Amazing, amazing, amazing. The integrity is beyond explanation. So a lot of these nutrients you have in these bottles, literally takes 1 day from the ground to the bottle. They do minimal heating and they use a lot of vacuum systems. Amazing. When you see it firsthand, I mean, I've watched videos, but when you see it firsthand, you have a higher level of respect for what they do. And to have kept that integrity since 1929 and had not sold the company to bigger corporations, that's also integrity. So I respect that as well. So SP Complete or SP Complete Dairy Free, which dairy free is most of what you guys are going to be using. Basically, it's essential whole food nutrients in convenient powder, provides amino acids, essential fatty acids, and vitamins, supports intestinal, muscular, and immune health, provides antioxidant activities, supports healthy liver function, supports normal elimination of toxins, and supports the maintenance of healthy weight when combined with healthy lifestyle. Yeah? So a big part of what we want to reduce here is nutritional toxicity. That is the biggest stress on a lot of people. Okay? So again, we're not going to go over the ingredients. You can read on that on your own. SP Green Food contains 5 organically grown whole foods, promotes healthy liver function, promotes antioxidant activities, supports overall cellular health, provides phytonutrients, supports cholesterol metabolism already within the normal range, supports the normal elimination of toxins. So they have Brussels sprouts, kale, buckwheat, barley grass, alfalfa, a lot of amazing stuff. Gastrofiber or whole food fiber. Now gastrofiber is in capsule form, but it doesn't have the nutritional value of whole food fiber is a lot higher. While it still helps, for some people say, you know what, I cannot deal with this taste, which to me, it's not bad. But, you know, people have different taste buds. And, and so then you say, okay, yeah, no problem, we get you gastrofiber, you still get the benefits. But the whole food fiber is even better, okay? So it helps soften stool for those of us that have suffered from chronic constipation, promotes healthy gut, maintain healthy lipid and blood glucose levels already normal ranges. So now, some of you already my patients, and we've already done that with you this past week or the last couple of weeks. You came in, it's like, oh, you know what, I've been doing this, or even if it was your first time, let's optimize this 21-day experience. No problem. So I specifically custom designed the 21-day for you, okay? Some of you in this room. If you still want to do that, it's not too late. This week you can schedule a nutritional evaluation session. Come in as you're starting, it's okay. I can add other supplements to increase or improve the results of these 21 days. For instance, someone might need some more fish oil. Someone might need increased protein. You know, some of you might have sugar handling issues that, you know, you need to manage your cravings. Gymnema, the third in the list, it's an herb from India that does amazing stuff right now to balance your blood sugar. You're gonna start. Oh, you have time to try it, you know. But you can get your most favorite for it is candy or chocolate or whatever. You get 1 pill of Gymnema, you put it in your mouth, you chew it. Try your most favorite candy or chocolate. It's gonna be like candle in, you know, like wax in your mouth. It doesn't have any taste. That's how powerful it is to handle and manage your cravings. Especially those of you who are sugar addicts. And this is despite that, this program is gonna help you. But what I'm saying is it's support for those craving moments, right? Prosynbiotic, some people might need better, more support with the lower bowel. So we add some probiotic. Linium B-silk has flaxseed oil, so other form of omegas, right? Some people need it. Now, so from day 1 to day 10, we get 21 days, from day 1 to day 10, what we're gonna be doing is unlimited, organic, if possible, organic. More importantly, non-GMO, right? Fruits and vegetables, particularly greens and leafy greens. Twice as many vegetables as fruits. So, For those of us that have a goal of losing more weight, right, we can do 3 to 1. For every 3 servings of vegetables, we do 1 serving of fruit. For those of us that that's not the biggest goal and our weight is within range, then we can do 2 to 1. Does that make sense? Lentils, quinoa, and raw seeds are allowed. I also have done forbidden rice and black rice. Not so much, but here and there. Other things we've done, you could do hummus, but healthy hummus. Again, the ingredients have to be good. So garbanzo beans are okay, all right? High quality oils, okay? Extra virgin olive oil. Remember, high quality oils are not yellow. Extra virgin olive oil, if it's yellow, it means it's been contaminated with some other oils. Real olive oil is green, dark green. There are other oils like grapeseed oil. There are other oils like avocado oil. It all depends how it's prepared. First, how it's raised, whatever it is that is extracted, is a seed or plant or fruit. And then, was there a lot of heating in extracting the oil out of whatever it is extracted from? If it's too much heating, it denatures the nutritional value. Okay? Yeah.
How do you compare coconut oil to what you just mentioned?
Yeah, coconut oil is great. So again, quality. So cold press usually is the word that you want to look for a lot of these oil, whereas sesame seed oil. Cold press means there's minimal heating. Okay? Exercise 30 to 45 minutes every day. Well, it says basically 4 days a week. I'll say every day. Yeah, you need to sweat it out. So remember, we eliminate toxins 5 different ways: defecation, urination, sweating, breathing, and skin. Those of you who have skin issues, your body's trying to get rid of something. Eczema, whatever, psoriasis. Your body's hard at work trying to get rid of something that has not been addressed properly. So those 5 ways. So sweating, you can passively sit in a sauna or a hot room, or move your body. You get the benefit of movement and sweating. Okay? So that's very important. Now you need to drink half of your body weight in ounces of water every day. Thank you for reminding me. So, for example, a person who's 200 pounds needs 100 ounces of water each day. Now, herbal teas count as water because it doesn't have caffeine. Now, if you do the yerba mate or green tea, maybe add a little bit more. And if you're like exercising and sweating heavily, a little bit more is okay. Does that make sense? All right.
So is there such a thing as drinking too much?
Yeah, more than half of your body weight on a regular day with low activity. So you don't want to do too much. What to avoid? When in doubt, avoid anything not listed in the program guide. This is vitally important to the success of the program. The oils that we don't want: margarine, spreads, corn oil, vegetable oil, safflower oil, and all the hydrogenated oils and trans fats. Okay? Basically, you all can, for those of you who haven't done the program yet, in your package, you'll get this little booklet, which is really helpful. Okay? So it will tell, there's also an app if you want to download it on your phones. It's called the 21 Purification Support app. And so that also gives you a lot of recipes, information. And so, again, we went over a lot of this information already, but it's it doesn't hurt to read. It's a quick read. So why do we need to purify? Determine your toxic load. This is another way of measuring it, but you're gonna have the toxic questionnaire anyways. The organs involved, what's in the program, and the description of it. This is a cheat sheet of how the program is done in one page, so you know how to do your shakes and your supplements. And here's a list of basically your shopping list for vegetables, fruits, legumes, pseudo grains, oils and fats, and protein sources. Then you have broths, flours. Coconut flour is allowed. Okay, but don't make sure it's not contaminated. Dairy-free milk, coconut milk, and hemp milk, unsweetened. All right, so you can read on that. Spices, some other miscellaneous, and seeds are okay. Chia seeds, flaxseed, hemp, poppy, pumpkin, sesame, safflower. Okay.
Olive milk, okay?
No nuts, because a lot of people have sensitivity to nuts, so I would stay away from anything that comes from any type of nuts. Yeah.
After the oils, is avocado oil okay?
Yeah, as I said, make sure it's
Okay.
cold press and is not heated too much. Yeah.
Is there a way to tell if your coconut flour is contaminated? Does it tell you something in the book? You said be sure it's not contaminated. How would you tell?
Yeah, so yeah, you just have to find out like anything else where it comes from. It's hard. I mean, there's a market out there. We usually get this brand from Olive. I forgot the name of the store. It's in downtown Campbell. It's called Olive something. But then they import this coconut oil from Philippines, and it's really high quality. So you can try that. But there's a lot of good ones out there. Yeah. Look for the non-GMO label on it. The non-GMO project label. Are you guys familiar with that label? Yeah. So just look for that. That's pretty safe. Yeah.
What is that?
It's a label that it's an independent third party that in order for you to be certified non-GMO, they take you through a grueling steps of is a process to certify you non-GMO. Okay, so then the daily intake journal, so you can journal, you log your progress. And then we're going to talk more about this on the 10th, what we're going to do after, right? And so basically, just to briefly, after we reintroduce the foods that we haven't eaten, every 48 hours, one food, let's say eggs. After day 21, day 22, and day 23, we do eggs, and we log our experience. If nothing happened, we're good. Eggs are okay to reintroduce back to regular eating. The following 48 hours, coffee. Now, not crappy coffee, not industrial coffee, but high good quality coffee. I'm not gonna name brands, but basically same thing. But we're gonna talk more about that. So food reintroduction, we talked about that.
Does the book give you the order of food to introduce?
No, you could just choose
And
yourself.
any order.
And any order, that's fine. So some commonly asked questions. There's recipes for how to make your shakes, salads, salad dressing, and accents. You do not buy prepared salad dressings because most of them are contaminated with something, at least MSG. Whenever you see the term natural flavors, that means it has MSG in it. Okay? So just make yourself. I mean, it's so easy to make dressings. And there's some recipes here. Dips and snacks, soups and stews, entrees. This is actually really fun. You make really good foods. Not only you do the purification during the 3 weeks, you learn quite a bit to continue eating healthy after, which is even more important. So in the back here, that's your cheat sheet. So you do 2 to 3 shakes per day. For those of you who are a little bulkier and weight trained, you can go up to 4. It comes to protein amount. One of the things that increases our metabolism is increasing good quality oils and proteins. For all of us, on average here, looking at you, we need about 80 to 100 grams of protein a day. Most of us in this room don't take that much protein in. Does that make sense? So it kind of is relative to your activity level, but we can kind of figure that out. But at least 200 grams, you'll be safe, no problem. And then same, you can start having a little bit of oil, some type of oil in every meal and a snack. Okay? So what's the frequency? You wake up at 6, 7 o'clock. You have either a breakfast, based on vegetables and whatever is in here, or your first shake, right? Around 10 o'clock, you have to have a snack. Whether you're having your shake, your snack, or food, whether during the 21-day or beyond, always remember, for every meal or snack, you always want carb, complex carbs, fats, and good proteins. Okay? If we do this, our metabolism is going to be so happy, and we're going to get so much more results in our function.
Say it again, complex carbs.
Complex carbs, proteins, and fats.
But for every meal.
Yeah. Every
snack.
every snack. Yeah. So like a lot of people say, I'm snacking, having an apple. That's just carbs. But if you put, well, not doing this program, but after, let's say, a spoon of almond butter on that, then you're complete. Because almond butter has the good fat and the good proteins. Now your snack is complete.
So what about an avocado? Or half an avocado?
Half an avocado is fats. So we're going to get your protein, and we're going to get your carb. Okay, so think of something. So you can do avocado with maybe some type of vegetable, and also something proteiny. Now, if you're okay with cheese, then you can do that. If you do nuts and avocado, that's, depending on the nuts, you get some protein, some fats. Yeah. These are good questions, because you're already thinking about how to implement that. That's great, okay? So yeah, you do, so then a snack, and then around 12 to 1, it's either another shake or a salad, whatever, you know, again, try to have, so quinoa has protein, lentils have protein, right? So that salad can go with that, okay? Garbanzo beans you can do. Yeah, so those are some ideas, again, go over the recipes. Then at around 3 o'clock, you're gonna have either a snack or another shake. At around 6 to 7, ideally, well, I shouldn't say ideally, you should not eat after 7 o'clock, ever. Because our metabolism now slows down and it gets us ready for sleep, and we should be in bed by 10:30. That's ideal metabolic function. It's okay to have a little snack before bed, like an hour before bed. Okay, like during this program, maybe some seeds, but after you can have like 10 almonds or something like that. So as you see, you're not starving. You're eating every 3 hours throughout the day. Then you're getting ready to go to bed. You rest. You wake up. You break fast. You break your fast. So you eat breakfast. You never skip breakfast. All right. So we want to avoid caffeine and alcohol, coffee, tobacco, other stimulants, soft drinks, nuts, beans, dairy, grains, processed and refined foods, dried canned vegetables and fruits, cured, smoked, and luncheon meats. So I kind of went over that already.
Why dry fruits? It's just dehydrated fruits.
It is because of the treatment of it. You know, like dried cranberry, they use a lot of oils that are rancid. Yeah, and so there's other chemicals also. So I'm gonna quickly go over this and answer some questions, and then we'll get you all going. Get ready for Monday. Are you ready? Yay! All right, digestion. So this is very important. I think if you understand this, not only is going to help you during the 3 weeks of 21-day purification, but it's going to be very important for you, for your children, and people in your life, and you can teach others at work. Start talking about this. This is important. Okay? How does a proper digestion work? Food goes in the mouth, comes down in the stomach. Who knows what's the pH of the stomach, in a healthy pH of the stomach? No. I went over it with some of you. 2.5. 2.5. Those of you that know the pH scale, that's very acidic. Okay? In fact, it's so acidic that if you put your finger down into your stomach, it's going to eat all the flesh, including your bones. Well, the question is, why should it be so acidic? Because it's the start of digestion. Well, technically, digestion starts in the mouth, but it's an integral, important component of digestion. And big particles of food need to be broken down. Number 2 reason is if any bugs enter our digestive tract, the acidity can kill it right off the bat. So we don't get sick. So a healthy stomach should have 2.5, right? So food gets broken down, now comes to the small intestine. In the small intestine, the pH is around 5.0, no longer as acidic, still acidic, because now food is broken down. The organs that help bring the pH to 5.0 are pancreas, gallbladder, and liver, among others. Very integral organs. Pancreas produces insulin, gallbladder produces bile, and liver does all of that I showed you on that liver picture. And so the food is broken down. Now, some of the food in the small intestine area are broken down enough that can cross into the bloodstream. Some go to the large intestine and then cross into the bloodstream. From the bloodstream, everything goes back to liver. Liver detoxes, then exits and goes to the heart. Heart pumps it to the rest of the body. Everybody gets their fair share. Everybody's happy. That's proper digestion. Just on that, all high blood pressure problems due to a heart malfunction?
No.
No. Could it be liver? Yeah. Are a lot of livers backed up nowadays? Yeah. So it starts from here. Does that make sense? Now, so the green is foods are good, free of additives, GMOs, hormones, MSG, a lot of things we talked about earlier. Unfortunately, because of industrialization of food and the crap that exists in our food today, a lot of us have been exposed to a lot of these bad foods. So these bad foods have gone into our stomach over and over again. The acid-producing cells in the stomach have worked so hard, overworked, that now they're overwhelmed and suddenly the pH is no longer 2.5, is 5.0 or 6. So what's going to happen? Those food particles sit in the stomach for a longer time, causing acid reflux. Does that make sense? How many of us have suffered from acid reflux? Okay? So that's why. Now, the anti-acid medications stop the acid production. It masks the symptom. But do we want the stomach to be acidic? Yeah, we do, because we want to break down food. That's why it doesn't resolve the problem, it just masks the symptom. Make sense? So, in that, we need to help restore that. Yeah? Now, if that food crosses into the small intestine and large intestine, it's still not digested down, broken down enough. And so now pancreas, liver, and gallbladder have to work much harder. Okay? So let's say for the healthy unit of good food, they work 1. For an healthy unit of bad food, they have to work 10 times more. Do you think our livers and gallbladders and pancreas gonna get overwhelmed? Yeah. And so what happens is then the transit time of our digestion slows down. Then all these symptoms come about. Weight gain, bloating, loss of focus, fogginess in the brain. Our hair starts to not be shiny. Well, I don't have that problem, but for many of you, that could be a problem. And sleep patterns. How many people we know in our society, sleeping has become such a big issue in our society, sleep apnea, that we have sleep centers now in every corner. Next to every dialysis center at every corner. Okay? So, basically, this is the big problem. The pH imbalance of our digestion leads to other problems. Now, these food cross into the bloodstream, these large particles. Body says, well, what are you doing here? You should have been digested, broken down a lot smaller upstream. And so body says, immune system attack, sends histamine. Do we have an epidemic of allergy problems in our society? Histamine. Yeah? Now, body becomes autoimmune, self-attacking. So eventually we develop leaky gut, we develop insulin resistance in pancreas, eventually diabetes. Gallbladder gets swollen, It gets so painful, you go in, they take it out. You cannot take out liver. Then becomes fatty liver. You know, acid reflux we talked about, histamine reaction we talked about. Now, food gets to liver. Now liver has to detox even more. Not only is overworked here, now it's overworked here. Because of that, not enough blood volume exits liver toward the heart. Everybody's sitting saying, hey, heart sends us more blood. We need more blood. Heart says, hey, I'm not receiving enough from the liver. Okay, I'm going to start working harder. So it starts pumping harder. Blood pressure goes up. You see the connection? Majority of blood pressure issues is a liver issue, it's not a heart issue. It will eventually, overworked heart, become a heart problem. At the beginning, a lot of it is liver. On top of that, liver produces cholesterol. Cholesterol is gold. Why? Because we need cholesterol to make hormones, like in our reproductive organs, progesterone, estrogen, testosterone. Yeah? And then in adrenal glands, we need cholesterol to make cortisol. What is the function of cortisol? To manage our stress and manage our blood sugar. Physical stress, nutritional stress, emotional stress. If we live a high stress lifestyle without managing it properly, stress is not a bad word, it's how we manage it. Then, most of what cholesterol is produced from liver, body wants to steal to the adrenals to produce cortisol to manage our stress, and less is available to produce reproductive hormones. That's why earlier on we had low function of sexual, or low sexual function. Yeah? Depression. This is it. Does that make sense? So, liver is doing a lot. That's why I gave you the example of how precious it is. And we need to address detoxing everything, including the liver. And the 21-day is doing that at the highest concentration. Okay? When it comes to blood sugar handling, we wake up in the morning, so this is blood sugar, this is time. We wake up in the morning, we eat breakfast, blood sugar comes up, then it comes down. Mid-morning, we eat a snack, comes down. We eat lunch, then it comes down. Afternoon snack, it comes down. Dinner, and then comes down, and then late snack, right? This is how it should be. We're using food to manage our blood sugar. But what happens is a lot of us either skip breakfast, or skip a meal, or snack. Suddenly the blood sugar dumps. Now, without blood sugar in this range, we're going to die, but we have a mechanism by which we bring the blood sugar back up so we don't die. Then the responsible party is the adrenal glands. With cortisol, brings blood sugar back to normal. Next time we eat, boom, goes up. Okay? Then pancreas says, oh wow, a lot of sugar, a lot of food. Insulin is produced in high concentration to bring the blood sugar back to normal, and then dumps again. And we have these ups and downs, as opposed to using food to have these nice red sinusoidal waves, if you will. Yeah? So, do we want to use our organs to manage our blood sugar, or do we want to use food? So we're here to start retraining the body to use food first to purify, and then continue using food to allow our body to function optimally. That's what we're doing. Any questions?
What is ice cream for you today?
Ah, Tony, you had to come and so you cannot have ice cream. Yeah. So Tony's out. Next. You're like my dad.
Like really, seriously,
Yeah.
So is decaf coffee still?
Yeah, no
completely
decaf, no.
no
So we
coffee?
want to remove all those stressors, right? So decaf coffee still has caffeine, and in fact has more chemicals because it has to be washed down to have lower caffeine. So